For the next experiment that I want to show you, I've actually got a hairdryer and a ping pong ball. It's very similar to your ball blowpipes, these things here. So this is just a bigger version. So I'm going to show you an experiment. I'll tell you what I'm going to do before I do it, because you might not be able to hear me over the noise of the hairdryer. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using the hairdryer to blow some air really, really quickly in this direction. And then I'm going to put the ball inside that air. Now what I'm hoping is the air is going to push the ball up in the air like this, but also it's going to surround the ball. And when it surrounds the ball, we might see something a bit strange starting to happen. I'll show you the experiment and then I'll explain what happened. Did you see that to begin with, the ball was just sat on that column of air? But then, when I turned the hairdryer like this, it made it look like the ball was floating in mid-air and defying gravity. Now what was happening was the air was pushing the ball up, away from the hairdryer, but also it was going all the way around the ball like this. Now, there was a scientist, his name was Dr. Bernoulli, and he said that fast-moving air has a low pressure. Now that sounds a little bit strange, doesn't it? Pressure just means how much push something has. So he said that if air is moving really quickly, like the air coming out of my hairdryer, it's got a low pressure. What that means is there's a low air pressure around the ball, and then a higher air pressure even further around. So we've got this little pocket of low pressure, and this big pocket all around in the rest of the room of higher pressure. So what that means is the air in the rest of the room is pushing on the ball because it's got a higher pressure. So the air in the rest of the room pushes around like this and keeps the ball in that column of air. So two things are going on. Air is being pushed up, which keeps the ball up like this, away from the hairdryer, and then the air all around it keeps it inside that column of air. I'll just show you one more time. Eventually what happens is the force of gravity is stronger than the force of that air pushing it into the column, and it eventually will drop. You could do the same sort of thing with your ball blowpipe. So it's exactly the same, but on a smaller scale. This time, the air comes from you blowing. So you blow the ball, and then you can tilt slightly, and you might see that all the air in the room that pushes it in keeps that ball inside the column of air. Let's see if I've got enough puff to be able to do it. It stayed there for a little while, but then the force of gravity got too strong and I ran out of puff and it fell down. I wonder how long you can keep the ball inside the column of air and how far you can tilt before it drops.